I'm just going to say this right now. BFDIA has, by far, the worst Final 3 ever in BFDI. Let's just talk about the giant blue and green elephant in the room just by looking at this lineup. Book! Out of the 3, she is the absolute least deserving person to be there. And I'm going to tell you why. For like the first half of the competition, she was literally just there for emotional support and was just a general helping hand. Literally, all she was like was, woohoo, you got this. And I'm going to be using this term a lot, but she suffered heavily from writer's glaze. Now, what is writer's glaze, you may ask? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. You see, the writers, which are Michael and Carrie, obviously, Sam T, Fusion, and countless others, all just decided, hey, let's just write this entire show in Book's favor. And sure, you may be saying, but Book got up for elimination so many times, and she got killed gruesomely so much times. Dog, that's literally writer's glaze at its finest. They're trying to give Book petty votes. They're trying to make it so that Book stays in the game longer, because then people wouldn't want to vote for her, because they're like, oh, look, Book is going through this hard time right now. Let's just take a look at the other 2 finalists she was up against. For instance, Needle. She's a very competitive character. She went through that whole arc where she briefly joined Free Smart for some reason. And she said, you know what? Screw Wobunch, screw Free Smart. I'm going to try and win this for myself. And Needle's also very smart. She's also really good with physical challenges. Like, she's extremely strong, as we've seen countless times. And she's, like, one of the fastest runners in all of BFDI. Tennis Ball, who, as we all know, he's the nerd. He builds these insane gadgets that give him huge advantages in this competition. And he's also stepping out of his comfort zone and not always being Golf Ball's little sidekick. Both are way more fleshed out and way more interesting characters. And again, you're probably wondering, well, what about the other seasons? Maybe Book's hype is from there. Let's see. What does Book do in other seasons? Let's see. In BFB, we had by far one of the worst arcs in BFDI history. The Taco Abandonment arc thing. In BFB 1, there was the challenge where pretty much half the damn cast dies. And then 4 says the challenge is to bring your characters back. They see that everyone else's jawbreakers opened except one. And in the very next episode, the jawbreaker that wasn't open is right next to them. And then Book goes and says, Taco abandoned us. Do you guys not see the huge ass jawbreaker right next to you? And then when Taco gets out of the fucking jawbreaker, the first thing she hears is you yelling at her like she wasn't just trapped in there for God knows how long. And then for the remainder of pre-split BFB, we have Book just being a whiny little bitch about how Taco abandoned them. And by BFB 12, everyone is just fed up with Book's shit and they just don't want to be around her. And this carries over into Teapot. Literally everyone from her old team does not want to be around her because they have well been fed up with Book's shit already. And this is basically just focusing on her trying to find new friends. Where is this hype coming from? At BFDIA, she does jack shit. And then in BFB, she's the main antagonist of one of the worst arcs in history. Why is she worthy of the win? Why? And now we move on to BFDIA 23. Words do not describe how much I hate this damn episode. Well, the majority of the episode is fine. Like, you know, cool sequences. Woody being the main villain was kind of cool, I guess. It's how Book wins is what pisses me off. But before I get into that, I can't finish this video without talking about Coiny. Coiny is competitive. He has charisma. He cares about winning the competition. And he gets eliminated this episode because of Book. Writer's glaze strikes again, people. And then we move on to the ending. At the end of the challenge, they're all at Dream Island. Tennis Ball and Needle are racing for their goddamn lives, trying to get freaking Dream Island. They're fighting over it and everything. Meanwhile, Book, she's fucking chilling, just laying there on the glass road like it's 2020. But then it just so happens that Donut's reward is right there in front of her where she's laying down. And whilst Tennis Ball and Needle are fighting, they both shout, "I need that immunity." And Book wins solely because the other two are distracted, actually trying to win the prize. Book won off of luck. And then she still won. Let's take a look at previous winners. What makes a good winner and what makes a bad winner? A good winner has an overall good character arc like Flower, or actually tried to fucking win the competition like Fiery. A bad winner floats through the competition with unjustified hype like Book. I know I said before that if she won, I would leave the OSC, and after I'm taking a good look at all the stuff that I've done OSC related over the years, I just can't bring myself to do it. But I know damn well that once this episode is out on YouTube, because I'm recording this the day before it's supposed to come out, the OSC is going to be more divided than the United States right now. Anyways, that's it from me. Goodbye.